She handed me the bus ticket with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. "Sweetheart," she said, "my company could afford only 2 business-class seats, so Mom and I will fly ahead. You can join us by bus." The words hung in the air like a cracked bell, still ringing, but wrong. I looked at the ticket. A one-way ride. 8 hours. On our honeymoon. Her mother stood behind her, pretending to check her phone, lips twitching. I smiled. Slowly. The kind that feels like biting down on glass. "I see," I said. "Don't be upset," she added quickly. "It's just logistics." "Of course," I said. "But remember this, Clara. You will regret this." I packed my luggage, wheeled it past them, and didn't look back. We met 3 years ago at a corporate event. I was managing finance for the same firm that later sponsored our wedding. She was the CEO's daughter, elegant, loud in all the right ways, and trained to get what she wanted. She looked at me that night as if I were a challenge, not a man. I should have walked away when she said, "You seem like the type who knows his place." Instead, I laughed. And 3 months later, I was in love. She liked how calm I was, how predictable. I liked how she made me feel seen, even if it was only under her light. But love, I learned, can be a weapon disguised as affection. The cracks began months before the wedding. She'd come home late, smelling of someone else's perfume. Not hers, not mine. When I'd ask, she'd smile and say, "Networking." Her phone was always face down. Her laughter came from another room. One night I woke up to her whispering on the balcony. "Of course he won't suspect a thing," she said. I didn't need to hear more. I spent the next weeks in silence, watching, learning, planning. I discovered everything. The messages to her colleague, the hotel bills under her assistant's name, the way she drained my savings to pay for her designer honeymoon outfits. She thought I was naive. I let her think that. Instead of confrontation, I prepared. I met with my lawyer, transferred all my savings to a private account she didn't know existed, collected proof of every affair, every lie, every bank withdrawal. I even found out she'd added her lover as an emergency contact on her travel insurance. So when she handed me that bus ticket, that was my closure. Not the start of my humiliation, the start of hers. At the airport, her plan was simple. Fly to Maldives, post a few romantic photos, return home with her mother's approval and my silence. My plan was simpler. Make sure she never reached the plane. 2 hours before check-in, I canceled both of their tickets. All it took was one email. She'd booked through my corporate account, a joint perk she never knew I monitored. Then, using her card, the one I'd quietly linked to an automatic payment for charity donations, I upgraded my own flight. Same destination, different airline. When she called to ask why her booking confirmation disappeared, I didn't answer. When she texted, "Something's wrong with the tickets," I muted her. I was boarding my plane when her first frantic call came through. "James, they won't let us check in. The tickets, they're gone. What did you do?" I smiled at the calm voice inside me. "Oh, Clara, you said your company paid for them." I lied, okay? Please just fix it." "I can't," I said. "I'm already boarding." Her voice cracked. "Where are you going?" "On our honeymoon," I said, alone. By the time I landed, her world had begun collapsing. Her father called me, furious, embarrassed. Apparently, word had reached the board that she'd embezzled travel funds. The receipts I'd anonymously forwarded to the company's audit department worked perfectly. Her lover? He vanished the moment her credit card stopped working. Her mother? Publicly humiliated at the airport when security escorted her out for ticket fraud. I stayed quiet, posted nothing, answered no one. Silence, I learned, makes the loudest statement. A week later, she finally reached me. Her voice was small. You ruined me. No, I said. You handed me the ticket. A pause, then softly, do you still love me? I thought about it. About her laughter, her lies, her arrogance. Then I said, no. But I do thank you. Thank me, she spat. Yes, for showing me who I was marrying before it was too late. I hung up before she could reply. Now, sometimes, when people ask why I'm single, I just smile. I tell them love taught me patience, strategy, timing, and that the best revenge isn't public. It's quiet, precise, like a canceled flight and a ringing phone no one answers.